Hi, I'm Michael Nadalin from Market Lead, and today's video is about Performance Max, the 3 asset groups I always use on all my clients and I recommend you use as well. So the 3 asset groups that I work with, I usually talk about the 1 or 2 that I say everyone must use, but I was thinking about this over the weekend. I've started to segment it out more for my clients, and these are the results I'm getting as well. So the first one I always start off with is a catch-all, so all your products with high intent signals. So these signals could be retargeting, previous purchases, been to your website, cart abandonment, anyone who's just been to your website and shown a high intent. Those tend to be the best people. Now, this catch-all asset group tends to be the one that you fill with all your assets, like your images, your copy, videos. So that's the first one that always works really well. But when it doesn't, and that sometimes doesn't work for all my clients, the next one I run, which I'm actually starting to run now complementary, is a feed-only asset group, which I've been speaking about a lot as well. Now, the reason why I recommend running this side by side is you start to get insights in your listing groups, what will work better for you. So they'll be running on the same placements or with the same products at least, and you'll start to see what the return on ad spend is, the delivery, and also your revenue as well. So the reason I recommend this as well is just to ensure that you've got a backup plan that's also acquiring data in the meantime, whilst your catch only is running as well. That works really well. I've got a lot of videos on that. I recommend you watch those because I've been seeing really strong results for all clients that have failed at the catch-all or just failed at PMAX in general in e-commerce, that the feed-only asset group works extremely well. Now, you know what time it is. I'll keep this short. Like, comment, and subscribe to keep up to date with the latest and greatest Google Ads and paid ad news. And lastly, it's your time to be number one. So Market Lead is now taking on new clients. So if you're serious about increasing sales, increasing customers, and more importantly, scaling your business, book in a strategy session with someone in my team and you'll get a free action plan. Just go to marketlead.com.au, go to the strategy session link, and then book it in there. So remember, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll keep this short. Enjoy. Now, the third one is another video which I spoke about last week, which was my first video as well, is importing data from your Google Analytics account. So the reason why you want to import your data from your Google Analytics is because it's even more high intent data. But this way, rather than just doing catch-all with your high intent signals, being it previous purchases or your website traffic or cart abandonment, or the feed-only asset group, which is more like a smart shopping campaign, this way you can actually build an audience in Google Analytics based on your really high intent data or your high intent purchases in the past, being it someone who's purchased a lot of products, people who have purchased like a high volume, or people who have purchased a high revenue. Now, by doing this, you'll be able to import like the top tier of people back into Google Ads. Now, this was a video called The Rich Get Richer because it's really based upon if you've got a lot of data in your account. And by pulling that data in as well, I've been seeing really strong results from this. So I'd really recommend that you go with a catch-all with your high intent signals, your feed-only asset group, and then if you've got a lot of data, I'd be pulling in that from Google Analytics and just knowing that you've got another asset group that's really focused on really high intent people. Whilst the data sample size will be smaller, once it starts to populate and you get more sales from that, and ideally high spending clients, that will be the point where you can actually start ramping that up as well. So this was a simple video on just the 3 asset groups I recommend for e-commerce. I know I've said a lot of this before, but because this is my new structure on how I do it on all clients, being it high intent, feed only, and then a Google Analytics high intent audience pull in, this is just the place where I start now, and I recommend you do as well. So if you've got any questions, let me know in the comments below, but remember, like, comment, and subscribe. Enjoy.